Hey guys, what's up? Kai here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering the DJI Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo. We're going to be comparing it to the normal standalone package and looking at the key differences and whether it's actually worth it for you personally, because a lot of people, they'll go over the price differences, but they won't actually consider whether it's worth paying the extra money for them personally, whether they're going to use all the extra things that they do get. And so we'll do a quick unboxing and we'll compare what you get in the normal package compared to the Fly More combo package. We'll go through the key price differences and whether it's actually making sense to purchase the Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo with all of the extra inclusions you do get. And so once we've dived into the differences, we're going to dive in a little bit further to see whether these actual inclusions are convenient and useful for you. And so one of my personal favorites is the shoulder bag. I've got it right here. I'll show you guys in a second. And the shoulder bag is super convenient for people who are always moving around with their drones. And we'll also quickly cover a few of the other inclusions like the ND filters, the 3 battery power charger, and also the mobile adapter. And so the whole point of this video is to hopefully help you guys get some more clarity and decide whether it's actually worth it for you personally. Because like I said, a lot of people, they do justify that the price is worth paying when you get all the extra inclusions, but it's not worth getting, in my opinion, unless you're actually going to use everything within the Fly More combo package. And so I've already unboxed my Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo, but let's do a quick recap of what you actually get inside. You get the controller, the drone, the 3 batteries, the battery's charging hub, the 6 spare pairs of propellers, the ND filter set, the mobile charger adapter. The cords, both packages are exactly the same, and of course you get the shoulder bag. And so if you were to compare that to the normal DJI standalone package, what you do get is the drone, the controller, the battery charger, the 3 propellers, and like I said, both cords for both packages are the same. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at each of the items and how much they are, and then we'll total up all of the value that's actually included in those items, and we'll have a look at how much extra it actually is to go ahead and grab the DJI Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo kit and whether it's actually worth it or not. So keep in mind that all the prices I'm about to say are in Australian currency since I live in Australia, but what I will be doing is on the screen, there'll be a currency conversion for everyone that's overseas, in example for the United States or Europe. So first of all, you get 2 extra batteries and they cost $199 each. That takes us to $398 total value there. The battery charging hub you get is worth $99, and what that allows you to do is go ahead and charge all 3 batteries at once, which from personal experience is extremely helpful and convenient. The ND filter set you get is also worth $99, and what that allows you to do is to go ahead and darken up your lens. So what that means is when you're shooting in bright locations, you're able to go ahead and make sure that the footage looks great by having it a little bit darker than usual if you weren't to have the lenses available. Next is the battery power adapter, and that comes in at $31. And what that allows you to do is go ahead and charge your devices with the adapter. You plug it into the Mavic Air 2 battery and it will charge your devices for you. Just plug in a USB cord to your phone, for example, and it will start charging your phone. And last but not least, like I've said the entire video, one of my favorite inclusions, the most convenient inclusion in my opinion, is the shoulder bag. It allows you to go ahead and store literally everything that you get inside of the Mavic Air 2 Fly More combo. You put it into the bag, ready to go over your shoulder. It's got an adjustable shoulder strap as well. And so what that means is if you're a tall person or if you're a short person, you go ahead and make it customizable for your length. And so if we total up all of those prices, it's going to come to $756 worth of value. And if we can compare that to the price that you actually pay to get everything else included in the Fly More combo, you're paying $400. So the original price of the standalone kit is $14.99. The Fly More combo is $18.99. So what that means, obviously, you're paying $400 to get $756 worth of value. So obviously the value is there. It makes sense to go ahead and get it if you're looking at just that money sort of comparison. But you've got to keep in mind that it's only going to be worth it for you if you plan to use everything in the Fly More combo kit. Say, for example, you're a beginner, you don't plan to fly longer than 30 minutes. There's no need for an extra 2 batteries. Say, for example, you're a beginner and you don't need the ND filter set because you're not looking to create professional cinematic footage. You don't need the ND filters. You're just there to fly it for fun. And say, for example, because you're a beginner, you're taking it easier, you're being more cautious, and so you don't necessarily need the extra propellers because you're not going to damage those initial ones in the first place. You're going to be much more cautious, much more careful when you're flying around, whereas a cinematic photographer or a cinematic videographer, they're going to take a little bit more risk to get those greater shots. And so you've just got to look at it for your personal use. If you answer yes, I'm going to use most of the things that are included in the Fly More combo kit, then I would say go ahead and grab it. If you say no to one or two of the things, then it's probably worth just going ahead, grabbing the original standalone DJI Mavic Air 2 kit, and then anything else you want, just buy separately from the DJI website. And so now you know the price differences, you know the inclusions, everything that you're getting, you kind of know where you're at and whether the Fly More combo is worth it for you. Let's go ahead and jump into a few of these items and see how helpful they actually are. And so with your bag, this is the empty shoulder bag. Now we've got the drone. We go ahead and add the controller in. We can go ahead and add the first battery, the second battery, and the final battery. And now we've got the ND filters at the top. We've got the spare propellers beside the ND filters. We've got the mobile power bank adapter right beside the spare propellers. We've got our charger hub beside our spare batteries and controller. And then last but not least, we've got the charger cord, which can fit in that front compartment. And as you can see, some of the footage on the screen at the moment was shot at my local beach the other day. I rocked up at around 10 or 11 a.m. and I put the drone up in the air, and then I had a look at the screen just to see that the shots were overexposed by a lot. And I thought what I'll do is I'll bring the drone down, I'll take the filter off that's on there at the moment, I'll put an ND filter on, and then I'll go ahead and put the drone back up. And that's exactly what I did, and that was exactly how I was able to capture such great footage at this time of the day in a very bright environment. And so beside the shoulder bag and the ND filters, I also think there's a few other things that are worth mentioning. One, the spare propellers. If you're a more cinematic drone flyer, you're taking more risk to get better cinematic shots. So that means you're flying closer to objects, lower to the ground, things like that. You're at more risk, obviously, of flying into things and hitting the ground. And so that means that you're running the risk to damage your propellers. And so with those spare propellers, it's obviously very convenient to be able to just jump those on and off whenever you like in case you damage them. There's 6 pairs of propellers that come with the Fly More combo. 2 of those pairs directly go on straight away to get the drone up in the air, and the other 4 are there for spares in case obviously you do damage those propellers. The other thing that I do think is worth mentioning is you get spare joysticks as well. So for some instance, if you do lose your original ones that are on the remote or they fall out, then you've always got some backups as well to be able to just plug in and use those as well. Obviously, we spoke a little bit about the power bank adapter and how useful that is. If you're in remote locations and you've got no phone charger and your phone's flat, you can just go ahead, plug that power bank adapter into a battery, and then go ahead, USB cord to USB-C, for example, on an iPhone, plug that in, and you're ready to go. And so hopefully that gives you a bit of a recap on what you do get, how convenient a lot of these inclusions are, and how helpful they can be, and overall kind of have some more clarity and understand whether the DJI Fly More combo kit for the Mavic Air 2 is worth it. In my opinion, if you're a cinematic drone flyer and you're going to be using it to get some really nice drone shots, it's a no-brainer to get this Fly More combo kit. But if you're a beginner or someone who's a little bit intermediate, maybe it's not something you do need. Maybe you can just go ahead and buy the standalone kit, and then anything else you do want, you just go ahead and purchase that separately. And so we're heading into the end of the video now, guys. So I would really appreciate it if you guys go ahead and comment the most helpful tip that you learned today in the video, and then also leave a like and be sure to subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot of content around videography and photography. My last video and this video has been about drones. We're going to expand out of this particular sort of niche and jump into more broader photography and videography niches. So feel free to subscribe. It really does help me out, helps me be able to reach more people, and it helps boost the YouTube algorithm on my channel. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.